Today we're going to be replacing the hard drive inside this PS4 Slim with an SSD. There are a number of reasons you might want to do this. One of them being that, you want your PS4 to run a little bit faster. The old hard drives in here slow down a little bit over time, and then they have tendency to fail. And so it's just sometimes a really decent upgrade. These are cheap now. I mean, I got this 512 gigabyte one for 25 bucks. It's going to run a little bit faster just naturally than a mechanical hard drive. And then it's not going to be as susceptible to file corruption as well. So it's just going to be a little bit more stable. The PS4s are getting pretty old now, and so this is reaching the time that you might start to see console failure. And one of the failure points is that mechanical hard drive inside the PlayStation 4. So those are the reasons you want to do it. Let me show you how to go ahead and replace this. So on this side, so if this is the front of the console, on the left side, towards the back, you have this little hatch. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take any sort of pry tool. I just have a little spudger here, and you're gonna pry this part up just a little bit, and then you're going to pull up for this side, and it wraps around back, and you're gonna pull backwards as well to just lift it off. So I can show you that as well. Here, let me put it back just so you have a good idea. So you pry upwards on this side, and then on this side from the back, you slide it instead of pull it. And that slides off like that, and you come off. It comes off right there. Okay, now there's going to be a nice little screw here. I'm just using a Phillips 1 screwdriver to go ahead and pop that screw out. And we just place that to the side there. And then right here is where your hard drive is. So we're just gonna pull up like that, and it slides out into this little caddy thing right there. So for now, we can just go ahead and set the PlayStation itself off to the side. And now we can replace the hard drive with the SSD. So there are 4 screws, 2 on each side, that we're just going to remove right here. All right, so this is actually a Toshiba hard drive, and this is a laptop hard drive. One of the ways you can tell is that those screw holes are supposed to line up perfectly on the hard drive with the original ones. And you can see right here that if I just let it sit all the way down, the screw holes don't line up perfectly. So we know that this is not actually an original hard drive. This is an extra hard drive. And I think there's some reasons why I think it might be failing. So what we're gonna do is we are going to install, so you're gonna see the pins on this side. We're gonna wanna make sure the pins are up and this way, obviously, because that's how we're gonna connect it. And then we're just gonna take these screws, we're gonna screw them back in. All right, so now that we've gone ahead and screwed this back in, we just have to slot it back into the PlayStation. So we're gonna tilt this back up here, and this is where the screw initially went, and so we're just gonna wanna make sure that that faces backwards, and then we slide this back into the caddy there. Take the screw, and go ahead and replace that. All right, now there's writing on the back side of this, so we're just going to go ahead and place that down. So there's a little bit of gap, so it'll fit in there, and then we just slide it, turn it on its side. And there you go. You've replaced the hard drive inside your PlayStation 4 Slim with an SSD. Now what you're gonna wanna do from here to install the operating system back onto the SSD that you just installed, you're going to wanna boot into safe mode. That's done by holding the power button for about 7 seconds until you hear a beep. and then it's going to boot into safe mode, and you're going to want to do update/install. Okay, so to get the PlayStation 4 operating system reinstalled on your PlayStation after inputting a new SSD or hard drive, what you're going to do is you're going to come to this link. I'll put it in the description down below, and you're going to scroll down until you see how to reinstall the PS4 console system software. And as you can see here, there are some instructions, and you're going to download the PS4 console reinstallation software or file. I've gone ahead and done that, and then you're going to stick in a USB drive. I've just named my USB drive PS4 update. You can name it whatever you want, but you want it to make sure that it's formatted as a FAT32. And a lot of USBs are formatted that by default. Mine was, but I just went ahead and renamed it anyway. So anyway, you have formatted it as an FAT32 MS-DOS. And then you're going to make a folder inside this USB drive called PS4, spelled just like that. Then you're going to make a folder inside that folder called update, all caps, and then you're going to take the file that we have here in the downloads folder, and we're going to take that and we're going to drag it into the update folder. So you can see here how it's being dragged into and pulled into there. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and eject your USB drive and then plug it into your PlayStation and boot into safe mode. Okay, so we've booted into safe mode. Now what we're going to do is we're going to press and hold the PlayStation button until the menu pops up. Okay, and down here at the bottom we have initialize the PS4 reinstall system software. We're going to select that. Then it says connect the USB storage device. If you haven't done that already, go ahead and do that now, and then we're going to hit OK. And this part can take quite a bit of time. In fact, the whole installation process is going to take quite a bit of time. It's going to locate that software file or that installation file. We're going to wait for it to do that. Okay, so it says the PS4 will be initialized. All users and all data will be deleted. Do you want to continue? We're going to go ahead and do yes because I didn't have any users set up on the old hard drive anyway. We're going to go ahead. All right, this whole installation process is going to take quite a bit of time. So be patient with it and then just follow the instructions that are on the screen and you should have a working PlayStation again. So there you have it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below.